Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 74 of the Unknown Games podcast, where we're closer getting to like really high numbers, like triple digits. We're gonna be
What
there
do you want to do
soon.
for what do you want to do for episode 100?
I I don't know. I don't know what we would do for 100. That's like a celebrational thing. That's like a millennial. Wait, is that the century? That's like a century.
Millennials 1,000, dude. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like a century. We're like a century old.
yeah. Do you want to do something like really special for episode 100?
We should do a something. Would it be like a giveaway or like a just like a different type of episode? Like we just play some
Oh,
type of game or something? Like what would we do? What would you want to do?
no. I was thinking of something like we should kill ourselves. A
Oh my
suicide
goodness!
pact.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is no.
Let's do a
Oh,
suicide pact. Yeah.
oh snap!
Yeah.
That went on a completely different. I don't think anyone who was listening could have predicted. I didn't even predict. I was just like, let's just do. I was like, oh, and that's it.
yeah.
That's the entire show. Everyone, we finished.
Can you imagine?
We finished.
Can you imagine? Holy shit! Yeah, that would make the news
Oh,
for real.
that would-
we would explode. We'd be so popular.
Yeah, no, everyone would listen to our episodes in like hindsight, like, oh, these were actually great. I wish
These
we
were
could have
calls-
listened to
these were
more.
calls for help. These are calls for help. Yeah. Oh,
Yo,
man.
don't
Shit,
talk
that's
about
funny.
games too long. It'll make you go
Yeah.
crazy. But yeah, welcome to the Unknown Games podcast, where we talk about video games, Japanese life, and of course, the occasional fast foods. And myself, my name is Adrian, aka Ninja Tricks, as you can see on the screen. My Twitch name is Ninja Tricks, and you can also check out my co-host on the Twitch tubes at Route 24.
Fuck, you sound so old right now. Like that's fellow kids right now.
Yeah.
Follow me at Swiss Street 24. I'm live tomorrow, actually.
There we go. Yeah, and you know, of course, I can't forget his name is the Game Duck or
I
Alex.
am the game duck. Yeah, what's up? Hey.
Alex the Game Duck.
Yep.
I feel so weird because I'm Adrian the Failure Chicken, and it just sounds it's so long, Adrian the Failure Chicken, but Alex the Game Duck. It just kind of like flows. You know what I mean?
Yeah, do you want to change your name? You can be like fail. I don't know, man. Like fail chicky, maybe?
Fail Chicky, like someone's that sounds kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie, that Fail Chicky, like the chicky part, you know, because it's
Well, no, that's kind of like a kombini thing, like the fami chicky or the el chicky.
yeah. If you love those things here in Japan, which we talked about
Yeah.
them before on how greasy they can be, but delicious,
Oh my God,
delicious
yeah.
but greasy. We talked about those, but I gotta say thanks to everyone who's joining us. If you are in the chat on YouTube right now, be sure to just say hello. And I do have it actually docked in OBS right now, so I can actually see the chat for once. So I will see if anyone actually does say something like last time, like yeah. So be sure to do that. And of course, you can if you are listening to us via the normal method. Why do I feel?
What's the irregular method of listening? Like bone conduction or what?
We got into this. It is the bone conduction. If you're doing it in a different way, if you're not listening to us in your ear, but somehow in other places or
Through your
something.
face, yeah.
Yeah, if you were on
Honestly,
iTunes.
no. For real though, I actually do want bone conduction headphones just so I can like be outside and not get hit by a car or something while I listen to music.
That would be a good thing.
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
that does happen. Like
I don't want to
people.
be like isekai, yeah, for sure.
No, but you do want to be isekai.
But I do, but I actually do.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
It depends on the world. That's a topic maybe later on the podcast.
that-
But,
yo,
like,
yo,
if you
we-
could get isekai, where would you want to get isekai to?
That's what we need. That should be the next special episode. I was gonna be like, what about like
Yeah.
it was like, oh, if what game would you like to see made into a movie? No, that is it. We're doing that next episode.
Yeah, isekai. Okay, sure, let's do it.
There we go. So we're going to
right.
keep today's show short and sweet as always. We're going to try to keep it like that. And we had some good news this week, I think. I think a lot of people would say this week had great news. We had new Pokemon announcements. And
Yep.
at Sony's State of Play, we had a bunch of just games. But in general, Final Fantasy Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade.
Intergrade. Yeah.
Fudge. That game
Sure.
was unveiled. So we're going to talk about those two things, and let's just hop on into it right now. We're going to start with Pokemon. I think Pokemon is probably the most. I would say it was really interesting because we did get something that no one. I don't know if anyone expected. So Pokemon was celebrating their 25th anniversary?
It's 25. Yeah. Basically.
Pokemon 25, and they had Pokemon Direct, or I don't know what you call it. Was it Pokemon live stream?
I forget what they're called. I think it might actually be called Pokemon Direct, but whatever. Yeah, they're basically the live event or pre-recorded event rather. But yeah.
And in that event, the kind of anniversary event, we did get the remakes of Diamond and Pearl coming to the Nintendo Switch. What are they called? Beautiful Diamond and.
So we got Sinnoh remakes confirmed. People were expecting this for a while just because they've been going on, and they remake all the gens eventually. So we had Fire Red, Leaf Green for Gen 1, Heart Gold, Soul Silver for Gen 2, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire for Gen 3, and now we have Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl for Gen 4.
Which that honestly, that I'm not gonna lie, that sounds like a freaking nice band or album.
What, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl?
Yeah, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Like I want those as a CD, but that's different. That's enough. But
Sure.
So those are happening. And I think they're coming in late 2021.
Yeah, they're coming out this year, so it's not going to be much of a wait if you want to replay Gen 4, I guess. So it'll be on the Switch for sure. We don't really know. They didn't talk too much about it, like what features we're getting, because Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, I think were great remakes of Gen 3. If you guys haven't played them and you like Pokemon, I actually do recommend the Gen 3 remakes because they added like Mega Evolutions to Gen 3, which aren't originally there, obviously, and they added the Delta episode, the end game content, basically. So I don't know what they're adding for these Gen 4 remakes.
They look really nice though.
At all, but yeah.
I mean, I've got it on screen right now, and it's like everyone's got their little short.
So I'm watching the stream actually, so I'm a little bit behind. But I want you to go back to when they reveal the first shot of the female playable character.
Oh, the very
first shot where it goes to the female to Dawn or Hikari in Japanese.
Okay,
go to that shot and pause it.
Okay. And now we have paused right here. Her eyes are open.
Sure.
There we go. She's sleepy eyed.
Yeah, I want your opinion on the art style here.
So for me, it's a little like this is a case where I don't know how early. So all of the games except for new Pokemon Snap looked like they were kind of early, and I know that this game isn't necessarily in that same stage of like Pokemon Legends Arceus, but for some reason, like the Zelda remake they did on Switch.
Yeah, Link's Awakening, right?
That looked nice to me. Like for some reason that like looked polished, or something about it was like, because this is very similar. This is kind of close, I would say. Like it's in terms of what it's kind of looking like, but I like the pixel, like the older style better. Like I don't know why she's short. I don't know why they're all like scrunch. It looks really scrunched up. Everything like
it looks like this in the overworld, but once you get to the battle screen, it's kind of there's normal looking, I guess. So there's actually a lot of discussion right now on the internet regarding the art style for the remake, specifically complaints, I guess, about the chibi characters. So what do you think? Is this like should they have gone in a more sword and shield, modern, realistic look for the characters, or do you think like this is fine for these remakes?
I mean, for the remakes, I think it's fine, and because we'll continue the trailer. I think it just makes it easier as a remake. But at the same time, they had this new style that people had kind of gotten used to that they've done for the past,
like Sword
Pokemon
and Shield.
Eevee and Sword and Shield, and like people were used to this. And hold up, and as you can see in the battle system right now, I'm gonna pause it on Dom.
He looks normal. Right? He looks normal, right?
They turn that's pretty much what they go back to when they get into the battle. Right. So it is kind of jarring. Like I honestly like the full size human. The full people just looks better.
Yeah. Okay.
And then like there's something like even like the way that the text is on the screen. Like look at this. It's kind of huge. So I don't know if there's it feels the balance is off.
Well, that's not all the text isn't gonna look that big, but yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he was yelling. But yeah,
he was yelling. Yeah.
He was yelling. It is different, and if that's what the direction that they want to go in. I think people will like it just the same. I mean, who do you think is going to be buying? Do you think a lot of the older fans are going to be the ones who do buy this, or is it going to be newer people who haven't even experienced Diamond and Pearl, who maybe have just bought the new ones and they're like, oh, I kind of want to go back and check out what this was about?
It's probably a mix of both, to be honest. I mean, a lot of the people who grew up with Diamond Pearl are, well, presumably still alive, right?
Yeah, we're still
Um,
alive. We're still
right,
alive.
and yeah, hold some kind of nostalgic value for these older games. But that being said, these games came out like what, 20, 15 years ago? I can't remember. 2006, 5?
6 or so, yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, so 15 years ago. So there are people out there who are probably maybe their first Pokemon game was maybe it was Black and White, maybe it was X, Y, or maybe it was even Sun or Moon or whatever, right? They want to go and check out some of these older games. I don't know. I'm not sure. I feel like it'd probably be a mix of both people who had played the games and people who are checking them out for the first time.
So
I don't know what the percentage is going to be, but probably, I would say it's a pretty healthy mix. Oh, yeah, 2006. Okay.
Okay. And I mean, like, I guess if we I'm going to pause it and kind of look back, we're going to look at the kind of older game itself. I mean, when you look at it and put it in terms of the older style, I mean, I guess it doesn't look as bad. Like when you're comparing.
I like pixel art a lot. I think pixel art ages really well, and you can. An example of this, I would say, would be like Octopath Traveler, which uses that HD 2D art style, as they call it.
Right,
that looks really good. That looks so good.
You think what if Pokemon had done something like that? I mean, it's not obviously it's nothing that's proprietary to Square or anything, but would you have rather seen that kind of art style here instead of this kind of just complete 3D?
The weird 3D kind of thing. That's a good question. That's a good question. And to be honest, I would have honestly preferred them to just do a more fuller remake to be more like Sword and Shield.
Okay, just go all the way with it and just make it concurrent.
To go to bring it to modern gen, basically, to be on par with Gen, what are we on, 8, I think? Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so Sword and Shield, with the more wide open areas. Now, what that would have entailed, though, is that they would have basically had to, redo all the areas, because the game
is
Diamond Pearl was based on a grid, basically, right?
Right.
It's based on a grid. So for them to go and turn it into a modern game, they have to just basically remake all the areas,
you mean
akin
Pokemon
to what they kind of did
remake?
Yeah, kind of like what they did for FF7, right?
Yeah.
So I would prefer that. I can see kind of maybe why they want to just do like closer remakes. It's easy. I mean, because they don't have to they don't have to redesign new maps, I guess. And that kind of thing. And I think the chibi art style is a what's the word? It's basically them just taking the sprite and then just making it like 3D, like keeping it 3D. All the proportions. Yeah.
Right.
Just keeping all the proportions and making it like. Yeah.
I will say though, dude looks kind of strange when he's like running is fine. But when he came in, he was like walking. It looks like it reminds me of something from what was it, Mega Man not Battle Network, but just like the little, I forgot what you call the servo robots that walk around.
Oh, he's kind of waddling, isn't he?
Yeah, he's kind of like waddling for some reason.
He's kind of like waddling. Yeah.
But overall, I think it's going to be a good remake, and plus it's coming at the end of this year. Which I think a lot of people are excited for. And then, rounding this out before the end of the year, pretty much, I think Nintendo's going to have a great spring. We got new Pokemon Snap.
Right, that's April 30th. Yeah.
I mean, I think Nintendo has a really great lineup for this spring. But new Pokemon Snap, of course, a remake of the Nintendo 64 game. And, we've gotten trailers here and there.
That's not a remake, actually. It's like a sequel.
Sequel remake.
It's not really. It's not a remake. It's just basically Pokemon Snap.
It's just Pokemon Snap. Okay,
it's like a new Pokemon Snap. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it's called. It's literally called new Pokemon Snap. Yeah.
I know you say that you're going to be getting this game,
sure.
right? And snapping pics of Pokemon.
Yeah.
I did not realize that they showed a little like 3D cutscenes in it, and they look strange.
Oh, like
why
this?
These kids look strange.
I don't know. Yeah,
I didn't realize it when I was watching the unveiling, but I think it's going to be a kind of fun thing for people to do. I didn't really play the original Pokemon Snap much because a friend owned it, so I would just play while I was over there, and I didn't understand the concept of it.
You understand the concept of taking pictures? You don't.
No, I mean I understood like I could take pictures of Pokemon, but I never knew it was. Okay. I didn't understand it was on a safari. Like I was on a rail because I would like come in and they'd be playing, and it's like, oh, I gotta do something real quick. Hey, take the controller from me. And I just be like, oh, okay, what am I doing? Taking a picture.
Right.
Cool.
wasting all his film, probably just wasting just on dumbass shots. But
I
yeah.
didn't even. I was just like, how do I take a picture? Oh, yeah. So Pokemon, new Pokemon Snap that's coming out, and yeah, it is what it is. I don't think it was a highlight or anything. It was just like an update. I mean, did you see anything in there that
Yeah.
you?
I mean, we knew it was coming for a while, for a year
Mhm.
now. So yeah, it's just like, hey, remember this game? It's still coming out. So yeah.
Here's some
A
more
little more footage.
footage.
They're showing off some of the new items here. The glow, the luminous ball, whatever the hell that is. That's a brand new item for new Pokemon stuff that wasn't in the original. So
Okay.
you know, that's cool. I don't know
I
quite
was just
wrong with
thinking
that.
about the luminous ball. It's how you make
Yeah.
things illuminate. You illuminate
Yeah.
them
With
Pokemons.
the ball that you throw at them. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. But there, by far the biggest news, of course, was the new Pokemon game itself. Pokemon Legends Arceus. Did I say his name?
Arceus.
Arceus. Uh, which yeah, I've got the trailer on screen right now. What did you think of it? I mean, it's a very early.
Yeah, no. I mean, I was surprised. Honest, nobody saw this coming. Seriously, like nobody saw this coming. I think we were expecting basically just confirmation of Diamond Pearl remakes.
Mm-hmm.
They've been rumored for a long ass time, so I think we were expecting confirmation of Diamond Pearl remakes. But this, I don't think anyone saw coming.
No one saw this coming.
Yeah, it's pretty unique, and for a couple of reasons. Number one, the biggest thing here is that it's, well, supposedly at least, open world.
Yeah, the supposedly
which
open
is-
world, and
Right, which is brand new, which is a brand new concept for the Pokemon games.
Right,
And they
right.
experimented a little bit of that kind of thing with the
it was the DLC or something, like the
no, what's
latest
it called?
ones.
In Sword and Shield, there's the free roaming area, the wild
Right,
area.
right.
That's what it's called, the wild area. I think that was their first attempt at trying to play around with the concept of free roaming Pokemon, and you can kind of just run around and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So that was like basically, I think that was Game Freak just being like, can we have a big open area and have a bunch of Pokemon just doing their thing?
Right.
But the whole game wasn't the wild area; it was restricted to basically just the middle of the map. And then
Mm-hmm.
In Sword and Shield, there's the traditional routes like you're used to. So this is open world as far as we know.
Right.
That being said, though, it's not completely open world. Like when you get into a Pokemon battle later on in the trailer, you'll see that it still has a traditional. I believe it looks traditional.
Looks
like
traditional,
turn-based.
like
Yeah.
turn-based. It just doesn't have the interface on it to where you're selecting turns, but it's still set up the same way. And I know I was looking on the internet. A lot of people are comparing this to kind of a Breath of the Wild. Like they are wanting it to be
Breath of the
Pokemon
Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
Well, I think that would be crazy for sure. I don't think it would get to that point, but yeah.
I'm just like, it looks. I mean, it looks nice. Like I said, this is super early. I'm surprised that they decided to show something this early. I mean, it's
Well,
not.
no, it says early 2022. That's only a year off, dude.
But it feels like the footage itself looked kind of, I don't know, like something about it looks a little rough.
I think it looks like a Pokemon game to me. Like,
I don't know. I thought it was just
when's the last time you played a Pokemon game, man? Because that's Pokemon.
oh
Like,
man,
yeah.
let's go back to 2006. Let's go back to
Yeah, no,
Diamond and Pearl.
like this footage, like this looks like a
But it's
Pokemon
like,
game to
I
me.
guess it's just
Yeah.
not, because it's not optimized and it's just running kind of slow. That's what kind of got me. And it's like
I
look
mean,
at their
because it's
tails.
just like
Look at their
there's-
tails wagging. It's like wagging it. I'm sorry. I was just like, it just threw me off. That's what threw
Honestly,
me
that
off.
looks like a pretty normal ass Pokemon game to me. Like
Oh.
you haven't played Sword and Shield, obviously, because yep.
That's how they move. I guess I'll have to when I get my Switch. There's
Are
gonna
you
be.
gonna play? Yeah, you're gonna play Sword and Shield.
I might as well. I might as well at least try. I don't know if I'll finish it, but I mean, it's the first. It'll be the first Pokemon I've played in years. Like I said, since Diamond and Pearl, probably.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm not opposed to it, and like I said, I do like Pokemon, and I played a lot of the match 3 game that they came out with. Which if you haven't played Pokemon Shuffle or Poketoru, definitely go out and play it if you don't know Pokemon, because it caught me up, and at least I know the names of all the gens of the Pokemon now. Like I love the game so much that I basically learned all these Pokemons, because I didn't know what an Arceus was. I didn't know who this dude was until I started using him. I'm like, I like this Pokemon.
The god Pokemon, like literally
Yeah.
the god Pokemon. He's actually literally the god,
The God
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Like in the lore here, he like made the fucking universe. That's Arceus. Yeah. So
Oh,
all
man.
hail, our Lord and Savior Arceus.
The Arceus is coming. He's
Yeah.
we're gonna be going back. But yeah, I mean the game looks fun, and we're gonna see how it plays in, like you said, early 2022.
It's literally only a year from now, so I mean,
Oh, it's crazy. I
like, yeah, hit me up in, I guess, 12 months, or
you
we can.
think this is gonna run on a different version of the Switch? Do you think that Nintendo will have a new
No,
Switch out by then,
I don't think
or
so, man. No.
we're not gonna get one? Because I mean, we also had news this week of a Monster Hunter Rise being officially,
Confirmed, yeah.
announced, confirmed for PC.
Right.
That's going to be coming a year later. I mean, it's not
Sure.
like it's going to
Not
be
like,
immediate.
yeah.
So that's happening. But you got to ask yourself, how close are we to this next generation Switch, this newer
Um,
Switch?
I don't know if Nintendo's gonna do an Intergrade. Sorry, that's like an FF7 kind of
You
thing.
wanted
But
to
like,
say?
I don't know if Nintendo's gonna do a mid-cycle refresh like what they did for the Pro, or this what is it, the Xbox One X? Yeah.
Yeah, or PS4 Pro.
Yeah, I don't see Nintendo doing that. That being said, I know they did the new 2DS.
New
Oh, no,
2DS. No,
sorry,
new
the
new.
DSi. They did the
Yeah.
DSi, and then did the what the
Is it
fuck?
is it new? Not new 3DS, but 3DS XL or LL XL.
Yeah, no, those two as well. But what did they? I have the 3DS non-OG model. What was that one called? The 3DS. Oh my God, it doesn't matter. So I know Nintendo's done it before. I know the second refresh of the 3DS had more RAM.
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh no, it was called the new 3DS, right?
I think it is a
Yeah,
new 3DS. Yeah,
yeah, and then like only
only
Xenoblade.
Xenoblade. Yeah, oh, that's the only
Yeah,
game. Just like the
yeah.
DSi. Let's not get into that.
Yeah, so I know that they've done it before, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like a likely Nintendo thing to do, I think, because they've sold so many Switches.
Yeah, but I mean,
They've
there's so
sold
many.
so many that I don't like. I feel like it would kind of brush the market the wrong way if they were like, okay, so now in 2022 we have games that are running exclusively, or not exclusively, but just like generally better on newer hardware. I don't know, because
Like
the
like I.
Switch,
But the thing is
yeah,
like I
like
think a lot of people want it though. I think for the first time because it's not so much a disparate it's not so far back from like a PS4 or I mean well you know what I mean, like it's not like the 3DS to the PS4 this time. It actually is pretty good. It's pretty close in terms of specs. So people kind of want an update in some way to it.
I would honestly prefer just a new like a Switch 2 that had backwards compatibility. I would prefer that much more than than an upgraded Switch.
That would actually be nice. I could see that if they do that, I think people would be happy. I think it would be the same thing as saying like here's the Switch HD 2.0 whatever they want to call it, but just making sure they took the actual leaps to do a bigger jump with it. I think that would work, but I wonder how long that's going to take. I don't think
I
they need to
mean,
be in a rush, but I mean,
I would prefer them to do a Switch 2 with backwards compatibility, because then if you were going to upgrade, then you could just like sell your Switch basically, but keep your games, right?
hmm.
Similar to a PS5. Like the PS5 being backwards compatible with the PS4 is really good actually. Like
It's really good. Yeah,
actually
it's really good.
really good. Yeah.
And same thing with the Xbox
The Xbox as
Series
well, right?
X being
Oh,
compatible all the way back
yeah.
to
All the
the
way
X,
back.
all the way back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things where I'm hoping it, but the thing is when any person who buys a new console, so I'm in the market for a new Switch, right? And
Hmm.
I'm about to buy whenever I think it's like next month,
When
if
you
I get
can,
this
yeah.
raffle, if I get the raffle, if
Right.
I get it. I'm gonna get this Monster Hunter Special Edition Switch, but I have
Hmm.
this thing where every time I do something like this, I have a fear that the next whatever it's gonna be, this Switch Intergrade, whatever you want to call it, it's gonna be announced the day after I buy it.
I mean,
I'm gonna
yeah,
open
that
it up
has
and be like,
happened. No,
awesome.
that's happened too. Like especially with games like Death Stranding, for example. People got the Death Stranding um PS4 Pro, and they're like, okay, enjoy it for a couple of months. But by the way, PS5's coming out. Or they did the same thing with the FF. I want to say the FF.
I'm
No,
trying to
not
think.
15. 15 was on the Slim, but there wasn't a Pro FF15 PS4.
Hmm.
But no, this has happened before, and I think it's just something you have to like
It's just something you just have to deal with and
accept. Yeah,
accept. Like when
yeah.
you like this is what you wanted, and it's okay because because here's the thing, like whatever the next Switch is. It's not going to be the Monster Hunter themed one. So like I can celebrate in that. And
Yeah, and at least you get to say that you have a Monster Hunter Switch, which is pretty cool.
yeah,
So
I can't wait. I'm really hoping. I'm crossing my fingers. I win this lottery. And if you don't know, in Japan, and I don't know about in Canada or U.S., especially right now, I assume that they still do this, or they might have to do this. But instead of taking pre-orders at the store, you have to
do a
go to
lottery,
their
yeah.
online on the websites and enter to a lottery to get your slot, on.
Right.
No,
I think
no
that's
lining up.
I think that's a good way to like make sure that people who want it actually get it, because there's a scalping problem right now with consoles and GPUs, right?
Right, right.
So like bots are just going to like the website, buying up all the stock, and then people are just reselling them,
That's
at incredible markup, which
mhm.
which sucks for anyone who wants to get a new console or get a new GPU or whatever. But in Japan, like because they do the raffle system,
For everything.
even let's say that there's a bot that for some fucking reason somehow like gets 10, 20, 30, 100 raffle tickets.
Hmm.
There's no guarantee that this bot is going to
It's
win
gonna
all
win.
those raffles. Yeah, exactly.
Right,
So
right. And that's the thing that actually ran into that problem on Saturday. So pre-orders went up Saturday, and I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to get this. And I was looking around, and I think I woke up. I checked early morning because I didn't say what time it was going to be, but it wasn't up. And then I checked in the middle of the afternoon, and like all the pre-orders from at least from Amazon.com, right? Amazon,
right.
all bought by bots or stores, whatever, and selling for twice the value. So it was like 700 yen, like $700 basically. And I'm
Mhm.
like, no, no, no. So I got to go find all these other smaller places and see if I can get those raffles. But hey, we will see later on.
Yeah, I know.
And
Good luck. Good luck. Yeah.
yeah, if not, I'll just get a normal Switch.
Fair.
It's consolation. I still get a Switch.
Yeah.
But moving forward, Sony had their state of play on the 25th or 26th of February, and I don't think anyone was really expecting much from it. If
I
I
think
have to
people
say,
wanted. I wanted FF7 Remake Part 2 and maybe FF16, maybe. But yeah,
uh-huh. Well, I mean,
that's it.
you
I
kind
got
of
neither of
got
that. I got neither. No, I got
you,
neither. Nope. I got.
you kind of you kind of
Yeah.
you kind of got something. So they had a bunch of games that they were showing off. That checked back in with Returnals. Game is so hard to say. Which that's coming along well, and of course, Oddworld Soulstorm. Which they, all these little trailers that they were showing. I gotta say, Flow was a little disappointing for me because I played, crap, I forgot the game I played last year. I'm gonna pause the trailer for really quick and think of it. The Pathless. It reminded me a lot of the
Okay.
Pathless,
Right. Okay.
and it wasn't as mysterious as it was before, but it still looks fun. Sifu, which is I think kind of a kung fu game that is
Sure.
happening. There's what do you think about this dodgeball game, Knockout City? I want to stop on this.
I didn't even watch the trailer for that, dude. I watched literally just FF7, and that's it. Okay, I'm good. But dodgeball's fun. I don't know. We can play
It's
like that
it's
was
it's
yeah.
3v3 dodgeball. I'm serious.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
EA for
Yeah,
some reason. It's like
that's
let's do 3v3 dodgeball. You can do
yeah. Why
team
not? Like
attacks. Yeah, you can become the
sure.
ball. You can throw your
What? Really?
teams. Yeah, you can throw your teammate. If you don't have a ball, you can just take your teammate and ball himself up, and then you can toss the ball and toss him the ball.
Okay, well that sounds fun.
Yeah, and Friday Night at Freddy's that's still happening, but of course I think the biggest thing is Yuffie. Yuffie? How do you say it? Yuffie?
Yuffie.
Yuffie. Yeah. Oh, Yuffie. And Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, which is what did you think of it?
So if you own the disc version of Remake and you have a disc PS5, you can put it in and you basically get Intergrade for free. They give you FF7 Remake Intergrade for your PS5 for free,
Right.
assuming you've already purchased it. And I think it also works for the deal, like the download version for FF7.
Right. Right.
So that's cool, and your save file transfers over. So let's say you're not even done. Let's say you're not even done the game yet. You can just continue on the PS5, with enhanced performance. I think they said now 4K finally,
Yeah.
actually
Now
4K
4K and then
and 60 frames per
60.
second.
So you got your kind of, if you want performance mode or you want resolution mode kind of thing going on.
And then is it was I thought it was both, not either.
Is it both?
I thought it
can't.
was both. Yeah.
It'll be on the trailer. We'll check it out. It should be both. That makes more sense on a
I
PS5.
thought it would be both, yeah. And then what was new is the Yuffie chapter,
Yep.
which is all new story content and all new
Mm-hmm.
playable character, which is well not all new in quotation marks here, but Yuffie, um, as the star of this chapter, and this is gonna be paid, and this is gonna be exclusive to the PS5.
Correct. This is
So yeah,
only PS5. Even though, like, honestly, when you're looking at it, you're thinking to yourself, well, it looks like it's just on a PS. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, it's obviously benefiting from some things, but you don't see why it couldn't be on a PS4. I mean, is that something that you think to yourself? Because I mean, a lot of people who bought it and played it are on PS4.
yeah,
There's not a lot of PS5s out there.
Yeah, definitely.
It's hard
I mean,
to
obviously,
get.
because the base game is on PS4 and it ran on the PS4, so there's no reason why they couldn't put this on the PS4 as well.
Right.
I don't no, I'm not like I don't blame them entirely though. Like I know that it's obviously going to be a significant like, hey, get this game on PS5 kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's gonna be like, oh, make you don't have a PS5, make sure you get one now, kind of thing. So I don't really blame them for that. Am I disappointed? I mean, a tiny bit because I actually had zero plans to buy a PS5 this year, and I would say
Yeah,
I
same here.
still have zero plans to buy a PS5 this year.
I mean, it's
this
because
isn't
like
enough.
I got my graphics card, and that was $700, and I'm like, I got everything I need for, and I didn't expect that this would happen in this way, because I want to, I love the game, and I would love to play with my girl Yuffie. She was one of my favorite characters outside of Sid Highwind,
Yeah.
and it's just like, well, what do I do?
Yeah, I'm
You
not. I'm
know?
not gonna get. I'm not gonna get a PS5 for this. I'm gonna say like once I get a PS5, then I will play this.
I think that's
yeah. This
that's
isn't enough
valid.
for me to pull the trigger and be like, oh, $500, here we go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's totally valid. And I think going forward, at least this means that, and I know that they had an interview where they said they're going to be taking advantage of some of the PlayStation 5's specific features with the controller and with sound and things like that. So, I mean, going forward, at least it means that they don't have to think about being limited by the, PS4 or PS4 Pro kind of thing. So,
Yeah, I gotta say, like this ran not poorly on the PS4, but like it ran. We talked about this
It ran.
last year. Yeah, we talked about this
It
last
ran.
year when the game came out. So I was playing on a Pro PS4 Pro, 30 frames per second locked, which is fine, I guess, for a JRPG. Not 4K, so it was always hovering like a little bit probably above like 1440p maybe. And then with texture pop in, like textures wouldn't load. Yeah,
there's like I think because we talked about it even before it came out. I was just like, I'm not sure about some of these textures, but at the end of the day, I mean, they served the point of what they needed to. I think, you were kind of, or all of us were looking at the characters more.
Yeah, I'm not like I don't want to like nitpick the game. I'm not saying it was a bad game. It was probably my top game for 2020. So I'm just saying it had technical issues that hopefully that would be resolved on PS5.
Yeah, and I think that'll be the case. So it's going to be a new story, like you were saying, and I believe this takes place while the gang is gone.
So it's not like a sequel, right? It's not after they've left.
Yeah, it's not after they've left. It's like
spoilers,
during.
by the way, yeah.
Spoilers,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, it's while they're still doing what they're doing in Midgar.
Yeah. Okay.
And getting into the kind of investigations of why what's up with Wutai, and then of course the Shinra, because you hear a lot about Wutai in the game, and it's like Avalanche, and they must be with Wutai.
Yeah, and there's that new character in Remake, that reporter girl.
There is.
Yeah, and this might tie in a little bit to her thing. I think she was talking about like Wutai maybe in the game. I can't remember, but yeah.
But yeah, Yuffie looks so good in her classic costume. She looks really good, and I noticed that the Moogle costume that she has. Someone was saying that's like a harken back to Dirge Cerberus. I guess she wears the Moogle costume.
Oh, really? Okay.
I
Best
wasn't.
game, am I right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, worst best game that we didn't even get to the last little bit of news of this, which wasn't part of the direct. I mean, or the state
Oh,
of play,
Square
but
announced it, right? Yeah.
yeah, Square announced that they are. We actually talked about these before about what would Ever Crisis and what would the first soldier be. I don't have the trailers up here,
Oh, yeah. But we can
but
talk. So let's just say, so we were guessing when those trademarks got leaked, FF7 First Soldier and FF7 Ever Crisis. I was wrong.
we were all
Turns out
wrong. We were
turns out
all
they're
wrong.
both mobile games, and uh, to prove to you that we're in some kind of messed up timeline, First Soldier is a battle royale. So on your mobile phone. So yeah.
Hold up, let me get this up here because First Soldier is. I don't think anyone would have been thinking Final Fantasy
Battle Royale. Yeah,
Battle
I
Royale,
know.
and you gotta have to ask yourself: do you think this was already a thing? Like it wasn't Final Fantasy 7 specific. It was just like Final Fantasy Battle Royale. But now it's like,
Oh
oh shit,
no,
Final
actually,
Fantasy. Let's go. Let's
I
go.
think there's two ways to go about this. I think one way is they were sitting in a boardroom and they're like, all right, what's hot right now? Like battle royales are hot right now, sir. It's like, all right, how can we take advantage of this? Like FF7, like, oh, let's do it. Or they were working on some weird ass mobile game and they're like, oh, this project is failing. How can we just like save our assets basically? And we got this.
Yeah, we got this, and I gotta say, at least it's not 100%. Oh gosh, at least it's not 100%. Just running and shooting. You do have your spell
Yeah, I
casting.
guess there's summons even.
There's
So
summons.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I mean, there's I think there's melee combat as well. So
Yep. Yep.
it's like a Final Fantasy. I don't honestly. I don't know. I don't even know if this dude's fighting NPC characters right now. Like,
Have you played Type Zero?
I played a little bit of Type Zero.
Yeah. I mean, kind of
That would
reminds me
be
of that a little
close.
bit because you have some melee characters and you have some that like I guess what's her name? Deuce? She fights with a flute. That was kind of cool.
She
Anyways, yeah.
fights with a flute.
Yeah, did you not play Type Zero? Yeah, Deuce fights with a flute. That's her weapon.
You
I'm not
know,
kidding.
well, I guess in Monster Hunter you do have the bagpipe horn. So it's all good.
Yeah,
It's all
yeah,
good. It's all good. Musical instruments can slay, can slay. But yeah, that's happening. I don't think they had a date, but it does take place 30 years before Final Fantasy 7. Well, outnumber like 30 years. What do they need to do in 30 years? Like what was happening? What was happening?
I think this is the beginning. I think the story is that it's the formation of the soldier program,
Okay, okay.
which is why it's called the first soldier because they're trying to like get soldiers, I guess. But
They're
yeah.
trying to so you can become a soldier. At least it has the word soldier in the name. You can
Yep.
just become a soldier, including
Yep. So
squats.
that was for soldier, and then the other game, is Ever Crisis.
Which I think is a little bit, uh, which is pretty ambitious, if I must say so. They're
Right. I gotta
remaking
say,
all the
yeah. So
compilation of Final
sure,
Fantasy
sure.
games.
What's your opinion on Ever Crisis actually?
Um, I think it's actually really cool in the sense
Mm,
that if so, here's the thing. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I know it's episodic, and it's gonna take a crap ton of time to
hmm.
to make. It's not gonna be overnight. It's not gonna be
Sure.
all of them at the same time. So my thing is that I don't want to play the original because I've played it already. I've played it at
Right.
this point 2 or 3 times.
Hmm.
But this is, I assume that's what they're gonna lead with. The story starts there. But then I haven't played Dirge of Cerberus. I don't think a lot of people have or
Mm,
want to have had played Dirge of
sure.
Cerberus. So I'm interested in playing that story and seeing how they remake that. I think that all these are going to be active time battle 3D RPGs, just like
Right.
this is. And so I'm looking forward to playing the ones I haven't played. I don't care about Advent Children that they're going to turn into.
Yeah, I'm excited actually. I want to see how they're gonna turn that into a game.
I mean, there's no world to go around that much in Advent Children. I don't know how
It's
long these
like
are going to be.
it's like
Like
the
this is a full
Midgar
game.
city center. Yeah,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, yeah. So this is a full game. FF7. Dirge of Cerberus is a full game. Advent Children is a 2-hour movie.
Yeah, I maybe like a couple boss fights or something. I don't know.
And then we also have Before Crisis, which is the mobile game, which I don't think anyone's
Yeah,
played.
which we never got outside of Japan.
So I don't know how that's gonna like what is going to happen with all that. But
Yeah,
that's
I'm
4
willing
games,
to
5
bet.
games. Sorry.
I'm willing to bet that exactly 0 of our audience has played Before Crisis.
No, no one has. Yeah. I mean,
Because
did you say you
Japan.
played some of it?
That was like Japan Dokubo only. So like in tiny, like a super tiny
Super
sliver
few people played
Yeah.
that. I don't even know who the character is. That Reno? Who
I
is
think it is the Turks. I believe. I think it might
the
be the
Turks?
Turks. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and maybe a homegirl from Crisis. Oh yeah, and Crisis Core too. I forgot like freaking
Crisis
Crisis
Core's in
Core
there,
is going
yeah.
to be up there.
Yeah.
I'm excited to kind of. I mean, I'm at the end of that game. I should just finish.
So here's a couple things about what to know here is that basically the entire OG timeline is gonna be in Ever Crisis. That's one thing to note. It's the OG timeline.
Right.
And on the trailer, it says features the entire compilation, and then it says and more, and you're like, okay, but what's the and more?
Wait, there's an and more. Hold on. Let me go back. It does say and more. Well, then what the heck is and more? Like,
Yeah, exactly. So this
That-
looks like
yeah.
at least the FF7, like that looks shot. I don't know if you noticed, but that looks shot for shot remakes of the OG FF7.
Yeah,
In terms of camera
right.
angles, in terms of like how the scene is playing out, like that's shot for shot remake of OG FF7, right?
right.
So it's basically like another remake of FF7. Like-
This is a good way of saying for everyone who wanted 7 to be this. This is-
here's your
Here's your remake. Here's your remake. Like,
here's your shot
hands
for
down.
shot. Here's your shot for shot, line for line remake of FF7.
yeah, and you get your little, your art in there as well, just like the
Yeah.
original. I mean, this is what you wanted. Now, I don't know how the story is gonna go, because
I think it's OG timeline. I think
it's just OG timeline, so no
Yeah.
craziness is gonna happen. Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think honestly, I don't know if this is something, how many episodes each of these games is going to be. If it's going to be they release Final Fantasy VII all together, and then, or if it's going to be
and then Before Crisis in one and Crisis Core another one, maybe.
right,
I don't know.
right. I would like it that way because but you have to remember, this is coming out on mobile,
Yeah, on your phone. Yeah.
and there's not a lot of games that still do a whole that charge like, this is $15. Pay up front for. You know what I mean?
I don't know, but yeah, sure. It's not common anymore. I know for sure that at least in Japan, you can buy FF7 on your phone for like $15 actually. You can get
buy this one
Dragon Quest
too.
8 on your phone for I think the same price, $15 as well. Chrono
So
Trigger
maybe-
I think is also $10. Yeah.
Maybe they'll do that. I can't see how they would make this a free to play model.
No, well, they might give
Uh-oh.
you like part of the game for free. You know what I mean?
And then like lock off the other parts.
Yeah, I can see maybe they give you the bombing mission for free,
Okay.
and then like you have to pay for basically the rest of the game.
Okay.
what's
And then
a
like the
fair
rest of the
price?
game is
Like-
like broken up episodically.
Yeah.
Okay.
What would you say is a fair price for the whole package? Like when the whole thing is said and done, what's the fair price?
Whole thing said and done. That
Yeah.
is that, because I mean these are older games. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And they
So
are.
We're talking FF7 and Advent Children and Before Crisis, Crisis Core, and their Disturbius.
One of them wasn't even a game.
Right.
One
So we're
of them-
talking, let's say, 5 entries into this in Ever Crisis. Like, what is a fair price for the whole thing said and done? Presumably hundreds of hours, hundreds and hundreds of hours of gameplay on your phone.
That's really hard because at the end of the day, I think you might end up spending over $100 easily per game. I would like to see FF7 just be, if currently it's at max $15, I'd like to see it be $7 for
Okay.
Final Fantasy VII. I would like that one to be just the cheaper of the remakes, right? And then going with not Dirge Cerberus should, I'm okay with that being. Maybe they should all be the same price. It just gets kind of iffy when it gets to Advent Children.
Yeah, I don't even know how
And
they're going
Before
to do friggin'
Crisis.
Dirge Disturbius. Dirge Disturbius was a PS2 game. So, like,
Yeah.
are they going to make it look chibi like this? Like, what? Is it going to be
I assume-
consistent art style or what?
I assume they have to, right? I assume so, because they're still going to be using turn-based. I feel like what they want to do, and I can't remember where I saw this interview, is that they, at the same time, they were actually debating if they were going to, and they haven't said if they're going to do voice acting for this or not, but
Oh, shit. Yeah, crazy. Yeah.
they want to save money, and they want to put they want to put the budget towards Final Fantasy VII Remake, the actual game. So I feel like when it comes to how these games are going to not only be priced, but how they're going to be made, I feel like, you know, Dirge of Cerberus is just going to be exactly what FF7R is, or FF7, this remake version is, you know, just a turn-based RPG with him
Oh,
holding a
they're
gun.
gonna basically just take the story and then just
And
like
then yeah.
remake the game, basically, kind of what they did for. This is no one in our like listener base is gonna get this, but probably like the DS remakes of Xenosaga, where they take the story of Xenosaga and then
Hmm.
just like make a new game out of
And then
it.
make a new game out of it. I feel like
Yeah.
that's what they'll do. The only other thing that they could do is make it into this whatever battle royale engine that they're using right now and just have you running
Oh
around
god.
with the gun like that.
What,
Right?
man?
Right?
Yeah,
They
I don't
could
know.
do
Yeah,
that.
maybe.
They
Yeah.
could do that. But I think it would be really nice if they kept them all in the same style and just made it really a true compilation collection.
Mm.
Collection. I think that would be kind of cool. I mean, what about you? What do you think they should be priced as? I don't think any of them
Yeah.
should be priced over $10. That's my opinion.
I would honestly. I mean, FF7 is such a huge goddamn game, and I think like to see a remake of Seven in a basically a new art style. Well, I
Hmm.
mean, kind of new. I would personally be okay with like paying 15 for Seven, like because all of Seven, assuming it was like, you know, the game of Seven.
Right, right.
Um, and then Advent Children, I maybe pay up to $10 for it, depending on how they do it.
Mhm.
And then Before Crisis, I can't even put a price on that because I've never played it. Like I don't
That's the crazy
know.
one, right? Well, I don't even know how
Yeah.
long it is. Is it just because this came out on when phones were still, it was still like a Gattaca. It was still like that clamshell.
Yep.
This isn't going to be like revolutionary 3D on this thing. So I don't I don't know.
Yeah, the thing about Before Crisis, you're right. It was on a Gattaca. And I could be wrong about this. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was like exclusive to like Docomo's game store or something like that.
Hmm.
So I have no idea how long it was. Hey, hold on. I was wrong. Hey, I'm reading the Wikipedia right now. It says so. Before Crisis is an action. Oh shit, really? Action role playing video game released for the Fulma mobile service on September 24, 2004. And then it was later released for SoftBank Mobile and EasyWeb. So it was Docomo, and then they put it out for all the other carriers, so SoftBank and it's AU.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, but you're right. It was on Gattaca. So
You're not gonna be doing
are
much
you
on that.
on? Oh, it looks like garbage. Okay, go. Yeah, bring it up
Oh,
on
wait, wait.
screen. Like yeah.
Okay. Wait. Send me the link to this bad boy. I gotta see this.
Okay, I'll send it to you on Discord here.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I've never seen this at all. I don't even know what it looks like. So let's take a look at this. What we're gonna be buying eventually one day.
One day, yeah.
Oh no. Oh
Yeah.
no. The pixel.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
exactly, right?
Oh
Yeah.
no.
So
Oh,
that's what it looked like, yeah.
this was basically a visual novel that you got to play.
But no, it's an action RPG, like literally in the article right there. It
What
says,
is
like,
action about
action.
this? What is
Yeah, I don't
action
know.
about this? It's turn-based at most. What action do you do? And I guess we get to the actual or actual action-based RPGs. Crisis Core.
Right, yeah.
I don't know why I would pay more for that than I would FF7.
Anyway, so my point is that I can't even price Before Crisis because I've never like played it. You know what I mean?
It's like that.
Um,
What was that? There was a God of War on the N-Gage.
Oh, was there?
Yeah, yeah.
That sounds actually bad. Yeah, that sounds terrible.
It was a 2D God of War on the N-Gage. They said it was good. I don't know.
Okay. But yeah, so I mean, I would be comfortable with paying anywhere between $60 to $70 for the whole package. So, because that's
Okay.
fine, isn't that fair?
That's fine.
Like
That's fine.
Yeah.
60 to 70 for all of it, I think would be a good deal. I think that would be a good deal. 'Cause
Yeah.
like we said, these games are so old, and for the most part, you're playing them for story. I don't think no one's gonna be playing this Before Crisis for gameplay. It's just going to be catching up on a story, and it's not even necessary. I think the whole thing about the compilation of Final Fantasy VII is, no parts are I don't. Would you say Advent Children is needed? You don't need
Yeah, no,
Advent Children,
absolutely.
do
Yeah.
you?
Well, I mean,
Do
it's
you?
a part of the story, isn't it? Like, it's actually part of the story. So,
But could you have done without Advent Children? I think some people could have done without it.
I mean, Advent Children takes place before.
It's after.
Dirge
It's-
Service? Is it? It's before Dirge Service, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know if it's.
Right?
I thought it was. Oh, actually, I don't know where Dirge of Cerberus comes in at. There we go.
I mean, Shit, let me double check here. So, fuck, I do Final Fantasy. Oh, well, I type in Dirge of
Compilation.
Service. Dirge of Service remake. Oh, people want that? Okay.
People want that.
Dirge of Service takes place 3 years after the events of the first game. So when is Advent Children? Like 1 year after or what?
So Advent Children is, oh my goodness, Advent Children the mobile. Oh, Before Crisis is a sequel and a wait, our sequel and prequel to. Okay, so before. Oh gosh, this article's confusing me. I want to get into a spoiler eventually.
Okay. So Advent Children is 2 years after OG game, and then Dirge of
Okay.
Service is 3 years after OG game. So there you go. So the most recent, the last game in the series, I think, is Dirge of Service.
It's Dirge of Cerberus.
Right. Anyways,
Oh yeah, I'm
what are we
looking at it
talking
now.
about? Yeah, so Advent Children, I believe, is necessary. I think you got to put it in there somehow.
I guess we do. I was hyped for the movie. I bought it. I still have it on Blu-ray. No, DVD. I have it on Blu-ray on DVD.
Oh,
here
not
now.
on Blu-ray, huh? I think I
Yeah.
own it on Blu. Do I? Yeah. What? I don't even know anymore. Yeah.
It's probably not even with you. It's probably like back at home
No,
somewhere
it
in
is.
Canada.
Yeah, it's back home. It's back home in Canada.
It's
I
in
think
Canada. You would
it's back home.
not take. It's like
I didn't
I
bring
need
it.
I need to make sure I take this to Japan. Of all, if I could watch one movie over and over.
I think the last time I went home, I was planning on bringing that and probably Scott Pilgrim, and then I just forgot to bring them. I was gonna bring that and Persona 3, I think, for my Japanese PS2 because I have a bunch of Japanese games that I left back home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, no, I want to play through, P3. Maybe I want to stream it or something like that. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna, bring back my copy of P3, and I just like last day packing my shit up, and I'm like, what do I need? Oh, I'm good. And then I went to the airport, and I'm like, okay,
And
shit,
then you're
I
like,
forgot.
you forgot it. But
Forgot
if you're lucky,
everything.
if you're lucky, a year or two from now, it'll be on Steam.
What?
Clap.
P3?
Yeah, P3. If you're lucky.
Oh yeah, maybe.
We got strikers. Yeah, I think we can.
Oh, yeah,
I
shit.
think we can. We can believe. We can believe. But I guess that'll do it for us today. If we said we'd keep it short, we
Yeah,
went for
we
an
did.
hour.
Oh, we did almost. So yeah, that's it.
We tried. You have
Tried
anything
very
you want
hard.
to say in closing?
Not really. I don't know. I guess follow me on Twitch. I had another 1 kilogram cheese pizza. It was better than before.
Um,
Yeah, that's it. Follow me on Twitch. I'm live tomorrow. It's twitch.tv/324. So,
there you go.
see you guys
There you go.
in chat.
I forget every time we say you're live tomorrow, only for the people who are live who are in chat today.
Like
Will they see you
watching
tomorrow?
live. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess if you're not watching this live, I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 p.m. JST. Whenever that is local time for you guys. But yeah, I stream at least 2 times a week. On those days, so you can jump in my chat, talk about video games or VTubers even. So yeah.
There you go. Get them tubes. Get the tubes.
All right.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then if you want to follow me, I'm on Twitch as well at Ninja Tricks, NINJATRIX. And just finished up Observer. So finished up 2 games this month, Celeste and Observer, and next month, assuming I can get the capture card, which I think I should be able to.
Oh, you're planning on buying a capture card? Yeah.
Yeah. So because I realized I bought Kingdom Hearts on PlayStation.
On PlayStation. Yeah.
I was about to download it.
You're gonna get?
I'm just gonna get the Aver Media the Duo.
Oh, the Duo, so you can eventually upgrade to a camera, right?
Either camera or because the Switch is gonna be here.
Or two games. Yeah.
Yeah, because the Switch is always gonna be here. I'm gonna keep the Switch console here beside on my PC because I have room for it here.
Yeah.
So I'll do that. And if not, if I don't get it in the first half of the month, I think I'll just do Nier Automata and then kind of start Kingdom Hearts towards the end of the month. So that's what I got planned for March. And like I said, there we go. So follow us,
Cool.
Leave a like on this video or subscribe to the channel at Unknown Games Podcast. And then be sure to follow us on Twitter at UGP_cast. And same thing for Instagram. And that's going to do it for us this week. We will catch you on episode 75.
Yeah.
Wow. Episode 75 next week. Have a great
25
day.
left. Like, what's how many weeks are in a year? Like 52 weeks, so half a year,
52.
and then we're dead, and we're dead.
Guess that's the title of this episode. We're dead.
And then we're dead.
And then we're dead.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right.
Cool.
See you guys later.
All right. See you guys.
Peace.
Peace. We're still live. good.